Pregame.com.
Tom Brady looked great at his appeal, and we're talking about whether or not we can make money off of a potential early Brady return. Hey, everybody, Scott Spreitzer, Steve Fezzik. It is pregame.tv, and we are talking about the Week 5 matchup, which is Game 4 for the Pats between New England and the Cowboys in Dallas. Right now, Dallas laying 2.5 points.
Yeah, and I went in, I grabbed the 2.5 points. New England as a underdog on the road. Guys, I've been loving this, what's going on with the Brady stuff. Let's talk about the appeal. He goes in, by all media accounts, he just nailed it. 11 hours with the commissioner, and I fully expect Brady is going to be back. I don't know if they're going to go ahead and make that suspension. It is 4 games. The third game's against Jacksonville, then they have a bye week, and then the fourth game at Dallas. I don't know if he's going to play against Jacksonville, but I'm confident that he's going to go ahead and play against Dallas. And if he's playing at Dallas, that game is going to be pick'em plus 2.5. I personally bet this. I moved the line. I bet +3 here locally at CGT Technologies. I think it was a great bet, still a very good bet, plus 2.5.
Yeah, when we first talked about it, which was a couple of days before we decided to make this a video, you were telling me you were pretty strong on New England plus the points. And at the time, as you mentioned, it was 3. It was even minus a little bit of juice, if I remember, on the +3. I jumped on this team early, Steve, when we first started talking about the potential suspension in their Week 1 game, which is a Thursday night game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that line came down as soon as it was announced that Brady was going to miss that game. And thought that was a good move because you got all offseason to prepare Garoppolo for the opening week. I really think after watching what happened that Brady's back on the field after, at the most, 2 games.
And I really think that Vegas has made the same mistake twice here, Scott, because on the opening weekend, if you remember, that line was New England laying 6.5,
yep.
And then 50, they said 50-50 whether he's going to get suspended or not, and they made the line 4. Well, of course he was going to get suspended,
right,
you know, with all this Deflategate and the like, and I bet Pittsburgh +4 in that case. And now they're making the same mistake again where they're saying, oh, it's questionable whether he's going to play against Dallas. I don't think it's questionable. I think he's very probable. They're pricing this like it's 50-50 he's going to play. I think it's 90% he's going to play, and I absolutely happily grab the points.
And as far as the game itself, just the matchups, whether it was Brady or not, is the fact that I think that Dallas is going to suffer a little bit of a problem in the running game. I know they got the great offensive line that played so well last year, but you lose. I mean, running backs are overrated. Yeah, they're overvalued compared to what they were 15 years ago. But you lose a DeMarco Murray. That's a huge loss that you got to replace. And not everybody can just walk up and take over what Murray used to do, whether you're catching the ball out of the backfield, which he wasn't always great at, or running the football and knowing where to go instinctually with those holes in the offensive line, where to cut. That was something that DeMarco Murray and his offensive line, man, they just did it like second nature. And I think that's a problem for Dallas going into this season.
Absolutely, and I don't like Dallas, and so New England as an underdog, the trends players will tell you, well, that's, you know, a great play. Well, you know what's an even better play? New England as an underdog when they're going to go ahead and close as a favorite. So absolutely, New England plus 2.5. We lock it up right now. Love talking football, love talking the NFL. Stay with us all summer long. Pregame.tv.